You've just installed MikuMikuDance with MMDStart, so I'm going to guide you through creating and publishing your first MMD. It will be super simple. We'll use what comes with MMDStart without downloading anything, but we'll go through all the steps. Partiture of screen. You have the scene preview window. You can adjust the aspect ratio between the timesheet and the preview. If the white hurts your eyes, you can choose black background from the background menu. This is a program from the 2000s with menus and buttons. The interface is very dense. There are dozens of accessible functions. We'll explore them petit à petit as we need them. I'm going to call the different colored boxes panels. The first thing to do is load a model. Go to the Model Manipulation panel and click the Load button. We'll browse to the user file, Model, MMDFr folder, and there you'll find the 4 basic TDA models I've assembled for you. I'm using Michou. You can read the credits and the rules, and by using it, you accept them. Once loaded, the model is in animation mode, with the bones displayed as purple or orange triangles. To hide them, press the Select button in the Bones Manipulation panel. In Model mode, the panel used for animation are displayed: the purple Bone Manipulation panel and the green Facial Animation panel. The other mode is Camera Light Accessory. You can switch between the two modes using the button, or by selecting a model in the brown Model Manipulation panel. In Model mode, with the right mouse button, you can orbit around the center. Since the model is centered, this allows you to rotate around it. Pressing Shift key moves the scene. The Control key activates Zoom mode. In the top right corner, there's a zoom and pan icon that performs the same function, useful if you only have a mouse pad on your laptop. If you want to change models, the easiest way is to delete and load another one. Choreography or motion. In model mode, with Michou selected, we'll load the choreography for her. With MMDStart, you have the initial MikuMikuDance choreography that its creator showcased when the software was released. Before loading a choreography or motion, make sure you're in frame 0. From the menu, go to File, Load Motion Data, then User File, Motion, zzz_First Dance, and select the FirstDance.vmd file. There's always a warning during loading. You'll see that the model has changed position. She's ready to dance. If I scroll through the timesheet, we see a multitude of diamonds that correspond to the keyframes of the animation. We'll go to the end of the animation. This gives us the number of frames in the animation. In this case, 732. At 30 frames per second, that's approximately 25 seconds. We'll enter these numbers into the Play panel, starting at 0 and ending at 732. Press the Play button or the spacebar to test the animation. You can stop it by pressing Play or the spacebar. The music, the audio track, is delivered as a WAV file. To load it, File, Load WAV file. Choose one of the files with the WAV extension. It's either the beat version or the music version if you selected that option with MMDStart. You can see the sound wave representation in blue. Since we'll be listening to it dozens of times when preparing an MMD, the beat version is more neutral. You can also choose No Play Wave or lower the volume. The Play Wave with frame option is useful when creating an animation synchronized to the music. Since the project is starting to progress, it's time to save. In the File menu, Save As, go to User File, Project. You're going to create a folder for this project. I'll number it to keep it organized, for example, 001. I'll separate the words with an underscore you can also use a minus sign, followed by a short description of the project. Never use spaces or accented characters. Some software will always have a problem with that. In this folder, for the project name, we'll use the project number and add a version number. This time, we'll add a comment describing the step or correction. Trust me, it will make your life easier when you come back to the project. Now we're going to add some background to the scene. I did a minimalist stage, a ShoesBox that serves as a dance studio. There are two versions, the PMX version, which you can modify in Blender or PMX editor, and the .x version, which is loaded into MMD as an accessory. Be careful, if you load the PMX version, you'll encounter problems with the effects. Always use the .x version. The axis button lets you show or hide the grid and axis. Remember to turn it off when recording the video. The character's ground shadow isn't always desired. It's useful for positioning models and seeing the light source. However, it's generally removed because it can interfere with effects. At each step, remember to save. You'll increment the version and add a comment.